And let's continue because we're working on that really the was applied 231. What is it? 2-1 3D printers draft. This is the one we started. What they gave us kind of like the idea. We typed it, and this is so far how it looks. Nothing yet. So our job is gonna be to set it up. Let me zoom in here. So far that's what we have. Just the paragraph. We have no headliner. Not much. And the thing is, on the textbook, if you guys notice, it has no pictures of this assignment. Because the idea here is that you apply your knowledge, meaning that you set it up the way you like it.
So, wait a minute, you took my whole screen again. Shoot.
Let me go to the page. I have the full screen again. Don't forget to
Yeah, you're full screen.
and it just does it automatically. All right, so we are on page. Okay, so the next one is creating business letters. We're on page.
Is it 113?
That's what I'm looking at. See the the what is it the earbuds or you're using apply your knowledge, extend your knowledge. I put a little marker and I don't see it anymore. Anybody knows what page we're in? See, I think we one of them. I'm looking at what side. Find my way over here. Anybody know what page we're in? Can't find it.
Somewhere between 68, 69, I think. But I don't remember.
Okay, we're on page 112.
Oh, okay.
Your 3D printer can print solid objects such as clothing. That's the one. All right.
Okay, will you reduce your screen? Please.
Yeah, page we're on page 112. And we first typed this paragraph. How many of you need the paragraphs? Because I can paste the text into the chat and you can just copy and paste it so you don't have to, type it. So I'll do that if anybody needs it. I'm gonna paste it into the chat. There it is, copy and paste it and it'll save you that typing. All right.
Okay.
I don't know why this is like this. I'll find out right now. And because there's 3D liquids. So it's one of the errors that it has. It has several errors. Or maybe it's my error.
I don't know, but if you'd be kind enough to reduce your size, so because I'm side by side with you, but I don't know if everybody else can type.
Reduce what my
Yeah.
I don't know how I can do that.
Well, because you're in full screen.
No, I'm on the.
Excuse me, Mr. Vasquez.
Yes.
Someone told me last week if I took my cursor to the very top where the black strip is and double clicked on it twice, it would make the two screens come back. It would reduce
Absolutely
yours.
correct. Thank you. Thank you very much, Sue.
It does it on yours. but not online when I'm the host. It doesn't show me that.
Thank you so much.
That's, I can no, when I'm sharing it, it automatically goes into full screen on my view.
No, it's perfect. She was absolutely right. Sue was perfect. Thank you, Sue. So we're typing it right now. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, if you're not typing it, you can copy it from the chat. I put it in the chat. It makes it easier.
Oh, okay, hang on.
We're all good to continue.
Hang on. Let me go to chat.
We're gonna be moving stuff around. That's what they want us to do. The actual text that you see on page figure 279, it doesn't look like mine because it's already been moved around. See, it says you are to revise the document as follows: move a word, move another word, and change the format of the moved word. Change paragraph indentation, change line spacing, find all occurrences of a word, replace all occurrences of the word with another word, locate a synonym, and edit the header. The modified paragraph is shown on 279 is already the completed paragraph. The one I'm showing you here on my screen is the one that you're supposed to have. That's why if you don't have it, just copy it from the chat and paste it.
It won't let me.
I'll give you a few minutes, and then we will do the corrections that they want us to do. We're good. Everybody ready to go?
No,
Right.
No, okay. Who needs time?
I do.
Don't forget copy and paste.
It would not let me.
No,
No, mine has to, it has a feature that I have to install and I don't have time to do it, so.
doesn't let you highlight the text.
It let me highlight it, but it didn't let me paste it. I'm
If
on the,
you try the keyboard shortcut, Control C for copy.
I
and
did, it wouldn't let me. I think I have to install it. I'll be done in a second.
All right, no problem.
I thought I saved this.
Maestro,
Mhm.
we have to have the same, the Zoom and the Word on the same computer. We have to have it.
No, you can have the Zoom on another device. As long as you can. Well, for the chat, yeah. If I give you the yeah, if you need to copy the chat, yeah, that's the only thing that you only have access to the one.
You cannot send it by mail like last time.
I could, but it would take longer though.
Okay.
You need it though?
Well, I'm working on my computer and I have my tablet to listen to you.
Okay, do you have this already typed or no? You need it?
Yes, I did it last
Okay, so you're
Thursday.
good then. You don't have to worry about it. This is only the people who don't have it.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
You're good.
Thank you.
All right, no problem. We ready to go now? Everybody's good? All right, so look at what it says here. I'm gonna start on the first command or the first correction. It says, perform the following task. This is on page 112. Copy the text printers from the second sentence and paste it in the third sentence after the underlined word liquid. Copy the text printers on this. Where is it? Where is it? Printers? Copy the second sentence. So this is the first sentence. 3D printer. So this right here. Copy this. I guess the word. Copy the text printers from the second sentence and then paste it in the third sentence after the underlying word liquid. So let's see. I can just copy Yeah, so we're gonna copy it right here. So you highlight the word printers, you go copy, and then after liquid right here, we're gonna paste it right here.
Where did you get the copy? And how did you get that box?
You right click with the right button. Right click with the right button, and then you go copy. You go over here, right after liquid, you right click. Oops. Not there, I want it over here. Right here. So, and then paste. Then
When shoot, when
It's not letting you highlight it, Mr. Vasquez.
you double click on the word, 2 clicks on the word, and it highlights. Then right click, copy.
Right click.
You got 2 clicks first to highlight it. Then you right click once it's highlighted. If you're doing it, you're doing it with you don't have a mouse?
Let me see if I could borrow my phone.
Yeah, because you try with the fingers, it's hard. You have to keep the 2 fingers on the touchpad, and then only do it 1 finger for the right click. It is really tricky.
This is so weird. It will not let, all of a sudden it's coming up in the Chrome store that I cannot copy. and
Oh.
paste.
I can't copy or paste either.
There's something the matter. All of a sudden it will not let me, it lets me copy and paste all the time. And now all of a sudden it won't let me
It's not letting me do nothing.
because it says I have to install something, but that's never happened before.
Okay, class, don't panic. This is what you need to do. Look at highlight printers.
Yeah, totally. But
I know, we know how to do that, but it won't, the internal
You're
mechanism,
gonna use the keyboard to do this. You're gonna use the Control C on the keyboard.
but it still
You're
won't.
gonna go over here, and you're gonna use the Control V for paste. Use the shortcuts. They should work.
And do you hold those 2 buttons down at the same time?
Look at, I'm gonna do it this way. So I'm gonna highlight this, copy, Control C. I'm gonna go over here, Control paste, Control V. And it's the same thing.
Oh, Lee?
B
What was
or, B or
Yes,
C?
Victor. V is in Victor. Control V is paste, and Control C is copy.
And how can you do it with the mouse when you're already clicking on the middle and liquid and begin?
Right click and paste. You use the paste, the little
Okay.
No,
Yep.
won't let me. Something's the matter with my computer.
Are you sure? It's something that
I'm
you need.
positive.
Oh, and that has nothing to do with anything that you need to buy. You're on
I'm on
my
Word.
Office, no? Or you're on Word document. Or
Yep.
you might have to open it again. Close it and open it again. See if it's not letting you, because there's nothing preventing it. You don't have to get anything. You've been doing it in the past, and all of a sudden it doesn't work.
that's why my son said try to open it again because it's frozen. It won't let us continue.
So if I click on the save to online and just hit enter, it should save it, right?
Yeah, right here. So
Type
don't
it. I don't want to retype it.
save it and then close it and then open it again. It should work.
Okay, let me take a look. No problem. You got it.
Mr. Vasquez, in the book, the word liquid isn't there. Is that supposed to be
No,
taken out?
Sue, we're moving the stuff around. So don't worry about it yet. Okay?
Oh, okay. I'm
I
sorry.
don't know. That's good. Let me put
A
this
ver,
on.
It says that you can use the drag and drop editing. The selected word liquid. So now we're gonna do the liquid word is next, okay?
Oh,
So liquid is next. It says that was number 1. If we were able to move the word printers, or not move, but copy. This is what we're gonna do. Now we're gonna move the word liquid. It says select the underlined word liquid in the 3rd sentence, which is this right here. And then, They want us to use the drag and drop. It doesn't work on this online thing. So we're gonna do similar thing using the editing mode, all right? For the editing mode, we're gonna cut it. When cutting something, it's not really deleting. Cutting something is just putting it into the memory of the computer. And that's what they want us to do. So look at, I can right click and cut, or look at Control X. You see it? It has a command right here. I can use Control X, which is the same as using the cut. So I'm gonna cut it. Now they want me to go to, say so that, okay. And then we're gonna move it to, so that is before the word polymer in the last sentence. So right here, right there, they want it. So I'm gonna just bring right here and use that Control V again, if it's easier. Here, there it is, see? Notice the word liquid went there. But it's still doing the underline. So what I need to do is this underline right here. Just take it off so it goes away. So liquid polymer. See that? 3D printers began creating with liquid polymer, gel or resin. Resin, how do you say that? But that's where it goes. See that? So you can do the Control X to cut it and the Control V to paste it. So we moved it that way.
Quick question, Mr. Vasquez, is I'm cutting and pasting just fine, but the word is still there. I have it in 2 places now.
Okay, so that means you didn't cut it. You just copy it.
Oh, of course. I'm sorry. So I copied it. So,
Do-
but
No, don't copy it. Copy is you're gonna leave it like we left printers over here because we needed 3D printers. Use
right.
it.
That's right. Okay. So to cut it, I do
Control X or right click and it shows right there. Look at.
so I would do Control X when I highlight it.
It shows the shortcuts right here. See that?
Okay, right.
So
Got it. Thank you.
No, I don't know how to do it.
we use the Control
I-
X, Control V.
Okay, so I'm copying the word liquid, okay? I've got it. I right click and I go to copy. Got it.
Cut it. The word
Okay.
liquid has to be cut, not copy. Cut. Is the
Okay,
first.
cut it. Okay, cut it.
Now go to right before the word polymer over here on the last sentence, and then paste it right there. So we moved it right here.
Now it says allow, cut, copy, and paste. It said I have a thing that came up that says allow it. It will not let me do it. I have to install something.
That's allow it. Just click on allow. Maybe
It
it's
says install.
protected or something.
It says install.
Or what? Does it say or no?
It just says you will need to install the Office copy paste extension to copy, cut, paste with your mouse.
It's something on the account that you're using. All those problems. Yeah, install it. They're not gonna charge you. It's a feature that is required. Yes.
Mr. Vasquez,
Yes.
I got a box that says paste options, keep source formatting or paste text only.
All right.
Huh?
Paste text only.
Okay, that's what I thought.
It might take away the underline. Just underline the word again. All right.
I'm sorry?
It might take away the underline. Did it on liquid? Because it needs to be underlined.
It wasn't underlined, but I have a little box with a square and it says in parentheses control, and it won't go away.
Press the escape key. Let's see if it goes away.
Okay.
Tell me if it went away.
Nope.
No. Okay, ignore it. Don't think that is there. Just ignore it completely. It will disappear once you start doing the next thing. All right. So now, once we move the word liquid, it says if you are using a touch screen, use the cut and paste commands on the move word. So that's what we did, because it's not we can do that dragging and dropping. Click the paste. Click the paste. options, main button, display the right and left with word liquid, remove the underline. Okay, they want us to remove the underline. All right, so
Okay.
I didn't read the whole thing. So let's remove the underline. So this is how you remove it. Just click on the U right here or up here. And it remove the underline, see? So they don't want the underline anymore. It says remove the underline. And that's the option that Sue was having. Keep text only.
How do you do it? Would you show me again? Sorry, I didn't see that.
Just double click it and then go to the U and remove it. Remove the underline.
Mhm.
You just oops. Just go right here and take it off. Just click it and it goes away. Right, that was number 2. We're ready for number 3. Display the ruler. We don't have the ruler on this version, so we're gonna ignore that command. And then it says use the ruler to indent. We're gonna indent the first paragraph 1/2 of an inch. You're using the touch screen, use the paragraph dialog box. Let me see. So we're using, says that we can do the paragraph. Let me see if it allows it with the paragraph. Give me 1 second here. Let me go to the paragraph options. Indentation, oh, right here. So we do have that indentation here. We can go, it says how much? 1/2 inch. Let me see. No, but it indents the whole thing. That's why I didn't like it. That's why I didn't use it. Let me undo. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to figure out this move, okay? First, oh, okay, so here it is, first line, and it does have it, all right. So we just go right here, 1/2 inch. Look at, I got it. This is gonna work, I can guarantee it. So we're gonna go to the options here on the little 3 dots, highlight the whole paragraph, and then go paragraph options. We're gonna select the special, and then we're gonna select first line. See, it says first line, and then 1/2 inch. Look at, when I click OK, look at what's gonna happen. See how it indented 1 line, 1/2 inch.
Okay, what, you went to paragraph and then you went to what?
You're
again?
gonna highlight it first, go to paragraph options.
Okay,
And then you're gonna do the first line indentation. This right here, 1/2 inch. These 2 boxes. And then click OK. I think we have to do the double spacing. We can do the double spacing here. But it's not, it hasn't asked me yet, so I'm not gonna use a ruler. Okay, you know what? Once we're here, we can do the double space because that's what it says on the next. Let's change the line spacing of the paragraph to double. So that's another thing we can do right here. Look at where it says line spacing, we're gonna go double. So first line indent and double line spacing. So these 2 things we're gonna change. And then click OK, okay? So let's go ahead and do those 2. And now if you notice, your text will look just kind of like the one on the page 112. Right? Okay, everybody good? Because I need to click OK to make sure that I'm not lying to you that I'm actually gonna do it. Here we go.
Yes, I got it.
I did it. See, notice? I'm gonna just OK away, and there it is. So now it's double space and it's indented. Beautiful, beautiful, just the way we wanted it.
Man, mine looks totally different.
Make sure if it looks different, that means that you have, look at, you'll have to go right here on the show and hide and make sure, oops, show and hide, where is it? Make sure you don't look at, I only have one of these enters. I don't have no enters anywhere else. If your looks different, you have a bunch of enters. You keep pressing enter at the end of the line.
Oh, okay.
Those enters, you only must have 1 enter at the end. Okay, in paragraphs, remember I told you the rule is in paragraphs, we never press enter. Only at the end of the paragraph, then we press enter. Here is with the paragraph end, so enter. For the next line, if we have an additional line. That's what the show and hide formatting what is it, symbols, that's what they're for. So you can see what's wrong with the text. Is there something that is messing it up? But they're annoying. That's why I usually take them off, because I know they could be a little annoying.
So if I have a bunch of enters and
You
it's
should have
showing
one enter.
right now, if
I only have one single enter at the end. That's it.
I need to, can I just erase every single one of them?
Yeah, and make sure you put a space. So space the words. Yeah, you should only have one. Everybody check on that. Make sure you only have one. That's what they wanted us to show them, so you can learn how to use them. They're very practical and they help you a lot to organize a document. Because I don't know how many times you type a letter and you want to do something and the words go everywhere and you don't know why is this. It's the enters and the spaces and all that. So that's why the show and hide formatting symbols allow you to figure out what the problem is.
Mr. Vasquez, how did you get that there? That,
Well,
emblem
right here,
after,
So how do I erase? Can you do a play? How to erase them?
you just go right before them and press delete.
Press
Delete.
the what?
Press the delete on the delete key on the keyboard, and it will delete it.
Oh, okay.
You can backspace them. You have to delete them forward.
Yeah, okay.
Don't forget, look at two keys on the keyboard. Let me show you my little keyboard here. So this is something I don't think I have stressed before. Let me bring up my little keyboard here.
Mm-hmm.
And let me show you here. I don't know if you guys see my keyboard. You guys see my keyboard? No.
No.
Let me activate it. Now you see my little keyboard?
Yes.
Yes.
Say hello to my keyboard. Okay, this is my keyboard, my online keyboard. Look at the key, this key right here, delete,
Uh-huh.
is what when you press it, it will delete everything to, let me just bring it down a little bit. It will delete everything to the delete key deletes everything to the right. So let me just, deletes everything to the right. And the backspace, which is this right here, deletes to the left. So always keep that in mind. Backspace delete to the left and delete deletes to the right. So that's how we delete. You know, for now, when I want to delete something to the right, which is to the right of this text, then I use the delete key. If I want to backspace, I use the backspace. The delete key is to delete forward, what's in front of you, what's ahead. And backspace is what's behind you, okay? So just keep that in mind because I get people that want to delete. Let me show you here. Let me go to my this thing is right on the way. Go out to the document here. Now you're seeing my document. Minimize this. Now you're seeing my document. If I want to, once again, if I want to delete to the right here, I use the delete key. If I want to delete to the left, I use the backspace. But I see people that want to delete, let's say something here, like they want to delete, and they have to delete the whole word back in the space, and then go, when you can just go right here and then press the delete key and delete the letter B for begin. See? And if I want to delete the B now, I can backspace. Okay. So backspace deletes to the left and delete deletes to the right. Okay. It's something so simple, but believe me, if you start using it, it's going to save you so much time when you're typing things, you know, when you want to delete stuff. So if I wanted to delete, let's say this sentence, depending on the type of printers, I just press the delete key, look at it. Press the delete, hold it down, oops. Hold it down and it deletes everything in front of it, see? I'm using the delete key right here. Just put it back. All right, and if I wanted to delete backwards, then I'll have to be over here to start deleting back. So two ways to delete, excuse me, backspace and delete key.
And when you put everything back, you just hit undo, correct?
Always undo it. And remember I tell you, always undo is your best friend. Before you start panicking or trying to retype everything, always do undo and it will bring everything back.
That's how I brought everything back, right?
Excuse me. Okay, so now we have done the next step. So we did the spacing, the double space. Now it says use the navigation pane to find all the occurrences of the word printer. How many are there? Well, let's find out. So where's the navigation thing? It's on review, I think it is.
Mr. Vasquez, can you repeat the paragraph option, please?
Yeah. So we highlight all this.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know if you have to highlight it. I think you have to highlight it in order to double space it. So I'll highlight all this and then I'm gonna go to the on the home tab. You have the little dots right here. It says more options.
Uh-huh.
Then paragraph options. We're gonna do the special first line. It's set to none, but we do the first line. And then it's gonna be half inch. And then on line is we do the double.
Oh, okay, instead of multiple.
Yeah, now change it to double and it will double space your text like this. All right, so let's do the
Okay, thank you.
you're welcome. So the next thing is to find the word. So right here, I think we have to click on this. There it is, see?
What are you clicked on?
On the
Find?
home tab, you're in the home tab, you go find,
Wait. You're in the home tab and then what do you do?
click on find. You see it?
Little,
Click on find.
the little lens, the little.
It's gonna open up. Yeah, it's like a magnifying glass. It's gonna open up. So what are we looking for? We're looking for the word printers.
Oh, it's under editing. Okay,
Printers.
fine. I got it.
I'm gonna press enter. And look at how many instances of printer found. It highlight them automatically. How many do you have? I have 2.
After
I
you,
had two too.
excuse me, after you put printer in, then you hit enter.
Press enter to do the search.
You put the word printer in search?
Printers, and then press enter for search.
I
And
have,
it, use the find and replace. Wait a minute. It says first, use the navigation pane. That's called the navigation pane that we just saw right there to find all occurrences the word print or printer or printers. Printer. Let me see if it's different. I think it's. Let me see. Printer. Oh, it's printer. No, what's the same thing? You got printer and then we got 2 printers, 2 printer and 2 printers.
Okay.
All right, so the same thing. All right, so they don't want us to do anything. Just asking. Use the find and replace dialog box to replace all occurrences of the word 3D with the word 3-D. All right, so this is what we're gonna do. If you click right here, look at it has a find and replace. You notice? Instead of the find this time, I click on the little arrow and it has a replace. So I'm gonna go replace. So it looks a little different. See, this case we're gonna delete and we're gonna put 3D like that. Oops, I'm sorry, uppercase D. And then we're gonna replace it with 3-D. Okay. So how many instances? I have 3 instances. So how many are there? We found 3.
3.
And then how many replacements were made? It should be 3. So I'm gonna click where it says replace all. See that? And look at all my 3Ds are gonna change now to 3-D. See that?
didn't do it.
Go ahead and try that.
Oh, you have to copy it first, right?
No, you have to type it. You type 3D up here.
But
then-
doesn't the paragraph have to be copied?
No, it's independent from the paragraph. We're just looking for that word, that particular word.
And you want to, oh, and you have to replace it. I see. I missed that part. Thank you, sir.
We're using this time not the find, but the replace.
Yes. Okay, and then enter.
No, and just find where it says replace all. It has a button. And then it does all the replacements.
No,
You have to click on the button. There's
It's-
a little button there.
it's
This-
there, but it's not where you can click on it because it's in a faded print.
Okay, so but look at your words 3D. They already changed or not?
No, they did not.
Okay, try it again.
Okay, thank you.
Try it again until it works.
Okay, thank you. So the first one is 3D. Okay, I see.
And the second one is 3-D.
I see. I think I typed it wrong. Sorry about that.
Says we replace all 3 instances, so 3D with that with 3-D.
Yes,
It shows you the results right here on the bottom of it.
perfect.
I'm seeing it right here. So it tells me.
Excellent.
How's everybody doing? We're okay? All right, so let's continue. All right, so here we go. Now the next thing to do, I think I'm gonna close this. We're done with that. So now, says, oh, again, use the navigation pane this time to find the word finished. We're not done yet. So we're gonna find the word finish. So on this file, okay, they want us to, let's see, use the word thesaurus to change the word finish to the word complete. All right, so let's find it on this file, please, first. So we can press enter. And there it is. See? One match, finish right here. So they want us to change it. The word finish with the word complete. All right, why is it giving you the option to change it? Match. Replace it. Okay, so right here, look at it. We can click on replace. And then we're gonna replace it with complete.
And where was replace? I didn't. Where do you find it?
Or you can go to find and then
Oh,
replace
okay. Okay.
the word complete. All right, so it should be one replacement. Even if I click replace all, it was gonna be one replacement. See, we replace all. One instance of finished with complete. So it shows the word replace in blue.
Finish, and we want to do it to complete.
Why can't I get that?
So use that replace this time.
Finished.
Perfect.
Finish it on top and complete on the bottom. And then go ahead and replace. What other words are in the list of synonyms? So if I right click right here, look at, and I go to synonyms. How many other words we got? Entire, whole, full, total, intact, uncut. That's a bunch of different words. Verb is finished, ended, concluded, completed, finalized, accomplished, achieved, fulfill, discharge, settle. It has more. Has a bunch of them that we could have used, okay? But we're not using. It's just showing us this, that we can actually find synonyms to the word that we can use.
What about if mine on synonyms, I have like a real light gray lettering, means like I don't have access to that,
On where?
where I found the synonyms.
If we right click, this is how I did it. Like, I right click on the word complete, and I went synonyms, and it opened up this automatically.
Yeah, what I'm saying is when it says synonyms, no, it's like gray, like I don't have access to it.
Are you on the word complete? Highlight the word complete in case it is not highlighted.
Yeah, it is.
You have internet in that computer or no?
See?
It should work.
Yeah.
All right, so we're done with that part. I'm gonna go ahead and click my synonym search.
Okay.
The nice thing, you know, the word that I couldn't pronounce earlier, I can just double click right here, look at, and go to the synonyms, and also hear it how it's pronounced. Look at
Resin,
resin, see,
resin,
and it gives me different type of nouns that I can use or verbs. Pretty good. It's very, very useful
Present.
when you're writing a document.
Okay,
Present.
so you highlight the word,
Present.
you right click,
Present.
You right click and go to synonyms if you want to see how the words pronounce and if
and
there are other words that can be used.
and when you're there, what do you click?
Right here, it has a little speaker next to the word complete.
Complete. Define.
Oh, wow,
Define.
unbelievable.
If I go to resin, it will do the same thing, see?
Resin.
And it gives me, look at, in polymer chemistry and material science, resin is a solid or highly viscous substance or plant or synthetic origin that is typically, yeah, it has the whole, too much information, but it has plenty information. Like for, you know, if you like me, I get stuck on something and I start reading and go to it. And yeah, Jorge, go ahead.
Right.
It gives you so much information.
So we highlight the word and then we right click, we go to synonyms.
And then the little thing is gonna pop up. It's called the navigation thing. And this is a perfect place to stop. And then we can take our little break. And when we come back, we'll continue with step number, we did 7, so we're ready to go on step number 8. We have 15 steps, so we're on step number 8. All right, so let me stop right here.
10 minutes.
Pause, yeah, there. I think everybody's back. All right, so we're on page 113. And we're on step number 8. All right, everybody good? All right, so let me switch to the assignment here. Assignment disappear. That's not it. That's not my assignment. All right, no, that's not it. So, I close my. No, here. All right, back on the back in the document. Let me show you here. They want us, it says switch to the header so that you can edit it. In the first line of the header, change the word. Okay, so we don't have the header, so we'll have to type it. Here is what we're gonna type on the header because we have no header. All right, so this is what we need to do. Look at, in order for us to access the header, we're gonna go to layout. Not the one? No, it's not layout, it's insert. No, layout. Why don't we find the header? No, we don't find the header last time. Review.
Insert.
Insert.
Yes.
All page numbers. Mine is not active though. Oh, here it is. Now it's active. I needed to click somewhere. All right, so click on the header and footer. And look at what happens. It opens up this little thing up here. So let me just go back up. There it is. And remember, our header is divided into 3 sections. You got the left section, the center section, and the right section. We're gonna use the right section to type the following.
Mr. Vasquez,
Yes.
where it says header and footer, it's pale. I can't click on it. It's
No,
not.
click on click inside the text. That's what you need. That's how mine was. Click on the text anywhere on the text.
Oh, I see. Okay, great. Thank you.
All right, so this is what we're gonna type here. We're gonna type 3D. D. 3D printers. Sorry. Delete this. Here. paragraph, modify. It should fit in one, so mine looks like two, but it should fit in one. I'm gonna press enter. And then on the next line, I'm gonna insert page number. But first, I'm gonna put the word page, space, and then I'm gonna put the page number here. Right here, the left, see? Oh, there you go.
What did you get? What did you do to get that?
Let me see, let me undo something here. We have to insert the page number first. So you go this right here, which is page numbers next to the header and footer.
Mine doesn't say page numbers.
It should say, if you're on the header and footer, it should say. So I'm just gonna put page. I have to press enter. Why is it doing this? There. So it should be like this. Look at. Let me click over here and see how it looks. Because I need to disable my buttons here. My show and hide are making this thing impossible to see. So here's a header and footer. So this is how it should look. 3D printers, paragraph modified, page number. Like that. So this symbol right here is what is inserted when you click on the page number. Okay. So it's on the insert.
Page number.
Right next to header and footer. And then you just put the word page. Now look at, I'm gonna go ahead and exit it and just take a quick preview to see if it looks exactly the way they want it. Okay, give me 1 second here. If you see mine, yeah, there it is, see? Page one.
Mr. Vasquez, my page number went to my page went to a third line, and on the second line,
Just fix it. Delete whatever is that's what happened on mine. So I have to manually delete it and fix it.
I did it again, and it still didn't do it. I did the whole thing, and one's not coming out. It's the
It's a symbol. That's what.
Yeah.
Yeah. So make sure you have a space between the greater than symbol or less than symbol, because this symbol right here is a code. It's a code for the page number.
I know. Okay, so if I put page down, do I make a space?
Yeah, make a space so it's separated, because I noticed on
Yeah.
the print. Look at when I did the print preview, it showed me that it was too close, so it wasn't separated. So I had to put the enter. Look at, let me show you here. See, now it's page space 1.
But okay, so now I have the add to header or footer, the 6 boxes, insert page count, remove page numbers, insert page count. So I go to the top right and click on that one, right?
Yeah, where it says insert page.
Mhm. It says,
Okay, it has 3 different ways. You have to put it on the right hand side.
right, I have the right hand, the one on the right. Oh, now I got emojis. Ugh.
So
And do whatever you're doing and then try it again, okay? It should look just like mine looks, you know, see, notice how mine looks like that?
It's on 2 different lines.
That's okay, that's how you want it. 3D
The
printed
page is underneath that?
page and then the number.
No, the word page is under those symbols.
Erase it and put it next to it. You can do it manually in case.
Oh, okay, I see. Okay.
That's how I had to fix mine manually too.
Oh, I see. Okay,
Pardon
sorry.
me, Mr. V,
Yes.
I have gone to my page numbers to the exact
Mhm.
application of what you've got with the boxes, and I hit the number 1, which is on the right side, but mine is coming up on the left
Okay.
under header.
Undo it and then do it again. That means you were somehow click. See, notice how my cursor is clicking right here. Whatever I insert is gonna go there. See, notice? So make sure that you click over here, that you're on this side of the thing.
Okay,
In order to insert it on this side.
so just start all over then.
Yeah. Whichever is easier. Don't worry if it's not exact. Just do it again until you get it done correct.
okay, so after we type in page, we space it,
Paste it, and then the symbol should be next to it. Because that symbol is the number of pages. If I were to have 20 pages, that symbol, it will increase automatically.
But that symbol is coming up when I type it in or I go to page numbers.
You have to, the symbol you can be typed, it has to be inserted by the
Page
Right.
numbers.
page numbers, yeah.
Hey, hang on, we're doing it.
Okay, I got it.
Good job, good job. That was a,
It's like hitting a touchdown if you do this right.
mhm. So that reads 3 minutes, paragraph modified, yeah, okay, so correct. So that's number 8. Let me know when we're good to go to number 9.
And the number 1 will automatically populate when we
Yeah,
hit in.
that's automatically. So it says on number 9 says on the second line of the header, insert a page number, 1 space after the word page. So we're good. Separated by 1 space, so that's what we did.
Hang on, we're getting it done. Oy, oy, oy.
Mr. Vasquez, this is not working.
So
Now I have 3D printer paragraphed on one line, modified with the symbols on line 2 and page on line 3.
that's fine. It will fix itself automatically when you go and preview it.
Okay.
So
You're sure about that?
Yeah. Do a print preview and you'll see.
Where's the print preview?
On file, print.
Oh,
Is
on
that what you
file?
want us to do?
Or
Wait till you're done.
Yeah, that's why I said if yours looks like mine, then I did the print preview for everybody, but you can do it on your own computer to see how it looks on yours. See, look at print preview in mine, and it looks fine. Yeah, Raimundo.
Mr. Vasquez, I'm kind of lost in there. I have the 3D paragraph modified
Yeah.
main site page, but it doesn't show the numbers.
Can you look at, there's a little tab right here that you can go up and down. Make sure you're going up and down to see the whole thing, because somehow it doesn't display the whole thing. I don't know why.
Mr. Vasquez?
Mhm.
I'm on my print preview, and after modified is the number 1, and under that it says page.
Okay, you have to fix it manually. Just erase it and then type it where it needs to go. If it didn't
And
go out,
Mr. Vasquez, I'm getting that 3D printer paragraph modified on my left side. Is that okay?
no, it has to be on the right-hand side. So look,
Let me
Yeah.
see.
highlight it, cut it, and paste it over here, or just erase it from the left side. Go to the right-hand
Oh,
side.
to the one on the right, okay?
Either way, you can copy and paste it. Cut it and
Okay.
don't copy because we don't want it over here. So when it's done, look at it. It should look over here. Let me show you again. It should look way up here like that.
Oh,
Oh,
when you go to print, it's okay to hit print this document and see what it looks like.
Yeah, but don't hit print at this point because before it gives you a print preview
Oh, I
before
don't
you
have a printer. Okay.
now
Now,
look
when you get out of it, now what do? Just X out of that?
just cancel. I usually cancel and it goes away.
Oh, cancel. Okay. Thank
Now
you.
one thing that we need to do once you see your text correctly type and place and all that, we need to double space it. So look at, I'm gonna highlight this too
Okay.
and then double space it. How do we do that? On the home tab right here, paragraph, and it's set to single, so we just double space it the same way we did with the paragraph inside the document. It's the same thing we need to do with the header, because remember the header is a separate document in a way. So I'm gonna click OK, and look at it, just kind of like disappear. But if I go and print preview, it's gonna show that it's double-sided now. So I go File, Print Preview.
You said double space on that thing? Okay.
Double space. Look at, see, notice how it's separated now with space?
mhm.
That's how they want it.
Okay, so we highlight
Mhm. Highlight the text on the paragraph on the header, and then go to the
Home?
more options on the home, the little three dots, and then go to paragraph options, and then do double, and it will double it. Change the alignment on both lines. Text. Switch back to the document text. So
Not good.
I'm totally lost. I can't even,
True.
find- where did I get headers? Under layout or insert?
I had insert.
Insert,
Look at before you go there. Don't insert another header because you're gonna have double headers. Just right here. Look at Sue.
oh, I already did.
See this right here? You just click on
Where?
it, and it takes you to the header. See
Where?
that?
Oh, I already clicked on it. I must have a double header. How do I get rid of them?
I don't know if you have. I don't know if it will give you a double header. I think it's just one header.
Okay, I'm just gonna manually correct this.
That's what I was telling you. I manually corrected it myself because it wasn't doing it exactly the way I wanted it.
Mr. Vasquez, what are the numbers on the paragraph?
The numbers on the paragraph. Paragraph double. Where's
When it takes
double?
single, put a double,
Plus,
and that's it?
And then click OK. Raimundo, what happened? You're lost?
I just have the what it says 3D paragraph, modified page, and minus, then, number, more than. I'm there.
That's
but
fine.
It doesn't show me the page number.
No, because you have to go to print preview. It doesn't show it to anybody. Every time I seen it, I have to go to my print preview. It's just a code.
How do you get there?
You go to file print and then select the print preview. Before don't print it, but look at it.
It says home now open, save as, print, share about, but I don't have
File
a
print.
page preview.
It says print this document.
Okay.
And just let it go, and it will give you the preview.
The only thing that I don't see in mine is page 1. I see it says on yours page 1.
Okay, I got it now.
How do you get page 1 in there? I got the page, but I have the symbol.
Yeah, it's fine. When you go to preview, it will show you the number.
Okay.
You guys, it's showing it on the preview. I know it's hard to see it that way, but every time you see it on mine, it's because I'm done doing the preview. It doesn't show it right here. Look at even when I click on header, it doesn't show me. It shows it only when I'm on the print preview. It shows that.
Okay.
All right. So look at one is also I just figured out that right before the show you here.
The thing I can't do is do the space.
Just with the spacebar, press the spacebar, and it will separate.
No. You said to highlight 3D printers on the page, right? I did that, and then I go to home.
You're doing that double space is what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, highlight the text, all the text in the header. Go to the more settings, the 3 dots on the side that we've been using.
Oh, the 3 dots on the side. I was going to home. Okay.
No, they're on the home tab.
And then do line spacing.
Line spacing and double.
Mr. Vasquez,
Yes.
you know, when you're switching back and forth on the ribbons, the arrow that points down, that means that's the home page. When the arrow is pointing up, that means that you have more options.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
The home tab, no? You said.
Well, when you're on your, on the right-hand side, all the way above where you're doing, there's an arrow and you can click the arrow up or down.
Yeah, so it says switch the ribbons. I don't even mess with it because it changes completely the ribbons.
Yes.
Okay. So we're good?
No.
No?
No, I'm sorry. I'm having a hard time. So I hit the 3 dots. I have paragraph, line spacing. I hit line spacing.
Double. It's set to single. Change it to double.
Boy.
Look at my computer.
Yeah.
Give me how I'm doing it. Look, I'm just gonna highlight all this.
Uh-huh.
Highlight it. I'm gonna go to the home. The 3 little dots right here, which says the more options. I'm gonna select paragraph options. It opens up the window right here, line spacing. I set it, change it to double. That's all I need to do.
Okay, I got it. I got it. Thank you.
All right, so we're done. Let's go ahead and close the header. You just click away from it and it closes it.
Woohoo. Okay, got it.
All right, so that was number 9. Number 10. And then we're ready to save it.
Oh, I lost all the pages stuff.
No. Can you undo?
Yoy. It's gone.
Well, wait a minute. Maybe it's coming back. Just don't panic. Just wait a little bit.
It's in her OneDrive.
Yeah, don't forget that it will be in your OneDrive.
Oh, okay.
So,
Saved just now. Okay, it'll be there then.
right.
Mr. Vasquez,
Yes, I'm gonna.
I have
Barbara.
modify in page 1 on the same line.
Press enter to move it down, to move the page to another line. So somehow you have 3 lines is what you're saying. No, but on the preview, do the preview first before you start messing around with it. Because what you see on the header is not really, it's not really what it's gonna show once it's printed. So just go to the print and see how it looks on the print preview. If somehow it's in 2 pages, then I'm sorry, in 2 lines, then backspace it so it goes.
Yeah, I had them in 2 lines. I don't know how to get modified to the
Just click right here, look at the beginning of modified, and then use the key backspace, and it will bring it back to the higher. Remember, backspace deletes to the left, so it will delete anything to the left, and it will bring it up to the previous line.
Mr. Vasquez?
So you got it, Sue, or no?
Yeah, when I did the print preview, instead of page 1, I put the little symbols in. I need to take them out and put page 1 in because 1 isn't showing.
Oh yeah, because
How do I get my my headline back? My
it is. Look at my window. It has a little thing right here.
header? Oh no, I don't have that.
Yeah, you should have. Go at the very top is there.
Oh, maybe it's underneath here. Do you click on that?
You click on that and that takes you to the header.
Okay.
Uh,
Oh, thank you.
yeah,
And
let's
how do you get rid of that?
just click inside the document and it will go away. You'll go back to the document.
Oh,
Click.
Mr. Stacks, because the whole thing went away.
No, it's okay. It will come back right now. Just click right here inside the document.
I did click that. It came up and I went to backspace to change it. I'm going to do undo. Do I hit undo?
Let's try it. Let's see what it does.
Oh, it did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's funny.
Oh, this is so ridiculously hard.
No,
You know,
don't worry.
I always think, class, how if we had undo in life, how many things you could undo. And it's
That's right. I will be undoing my whole life.
Me too.
Give us that option. We don't have undo in life. Once you mess up, that's it. You're done. How funny. All right, class. So we're done with that part, and it says now to.
I'm done with the whole thing. Okay.
We're pretty much done. Yeah. Click file on the ribbon and save it. Now
Okay.
we're gonna save it instead of a draft, it's gonna be the modified. So look at, so I'm gonna click and you can just backspace and delete draft,
Okay.
then save it as modified.
Wait, can you, wait, can you go a little bigger? I can't see that well.
Just, I remember the word draft, we're just gonna delete the word draft and put modified because that's the name that we have on the header.
Oh, I don't even have the name of the, what is the name of the document? I don't even have the name there.
It's a long name. You can find it on your on the textbook on page 113. It's called apply to that 2-1 space 3D printers paragraph modified. The same as we put on the same title we put on the header is the same title here. 3D printers paragraph modified, but it has apply to -1 3-D for 3D. But in this case, we just changing the word draft to modified because we already had it from last week.
Hmm.
We had that part.
And what do we do? Just press enter to save it?
Yes. Just
We click Sue on the blue part and then hit enter.
yeah, I just hit enter once I put the new name, and the new name should show right there now.
My name doesn't show there. Nothing, it just says save to OneDrive.
No, next to it, right next to it, it has the name, no?
Nope,
Okay, click on it and then put the name.
I did put the name. The name is, the file name is in that box,
Mm-hmm.
but it doesn't show on the blue line when I save it.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't show on mine either,
Oh, okay.
but I think it's there.
Yeah.
It just says apply
Maybe to
to
max.
3D printers program.
Is it on your title in OneDrive? Because
Uh,
if it's not there, then it didn't save.
no,
Oh,
you guys have a minimized window. You have to maximize the window to see all the options. I think that's what it is. There's a special characteristics.
Maximize what window?
To a full screen.
Full screen, your Chrome window, your browser window.
I don't know what that is.
Um,
where is the little square?
Little box at the top
right here,
Yeah.
it's a maximize.
Oh, the dots at the top?
where
Uh,
it says restore, where it says minimize and then it says restore next to the X. Like when you're gonna X out.
yeah, but
Okay, it doesn't say restore to me. Oh, minimize and maximize.
maximize. You
Oh,
should-
but up on top up on top, it says the name, not by the OneDrive. Is that okay?
it's
That's
okay.
a word.
It's okay, as long as you see the name, that you're fine. Because
Okay.
that's what we were looking for.
Thank you.
So you-
Whoever was helping me, thank you.
It's kind of confusing because when you click on the blue line with the title of the actual document we're making and it says save to OneDrive, if you just hover over that and then hit enter, you should be able to have it where it's saved.
But it doesn't, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Submit the okay. So
Because mine keeps saying it's 7 minutes ago saved, 8 minutes ago. And if you just do it, it should, do you right click when you hover over that blue line or do you left click?
mine says also, but I think it saves as we go.
Okay,
Typing is saving, that's why.
as long as it's saved, that's all that matters. Okay.
Okay, so Mr. Vasquez,
Yes.
I have a copy of mine in front of me and it's got the header on this copy. Am I in the wrong spot?
Oh, we're pretty much done with the document though, so we don't have to type anything to it or do anything to it other than saving it. If you already save it, you're good. Let's go ahead and we're supposed to close it, but before you close it, you can send it to me on
Okay.
my email. If you don't remember,
Okay.
I'm gonna put it in the chat. My 2 emails in case you're not able to send it to one. So I'm typing now.
It's
We get to finish early today?
Okay, there's this email. And then here's my second email. The other one is the school. I also have an office account there.
Okay,
Have
Miss-
us 59 Outlook.
I'll look. And then the second one is CBUSD.UX.
Mr. Vasquez, you know what's very sad? That if I do this by myself, I won't know what I push anymore. So
It's practice. It's just a practice. So here,
I forget everything.
yeah, it does take, you know, more than one time to learn all these little tricks.
Mhm.
Well, this was very scary today.
We're down with it. It's a good thing.
Mr. Vasquez, your email's not coming up. Isn't it PVAS?
It's I put it in the chat. If you would just want to paste it.
How do I do that?
No, ya págale. Mañana voy por la ropa.
Go to your chat and then you see it there.
I don't see it.
And then copy and paste it. It's easier that way. You don't have to type it. It saves time.
You are the
I'm
most
talking
patient
about
man
sharing
I've ever seen.
Sending it to you.
You're so patient. It's unreal.
Were you able to get it? It's on the chat. You know.
Your email is in the chat?
Yeah. Go to more.
I only have the 3D printer thing, that paragraph.
No. I should have it. Scroll down. There's a little sidebar that you can scroll, move it up and down.
No, I don't know what's going on, but I don't have that. I'm having a problem here.
In your Zoom chat,
Huh?
The Zoom
in the
chat.
Zoom part.
Zoom?
Yeah, you have to, it's in the chat in the Zoom.
Where do you find that?
It says more.
On the bottom of the screen in that black box?
Yeah, it has 3 dots. 3 dots are always menu. So you click and it's a menu. It has more options.
Oh, wait a minute.
Where do I email out of here?
That.
3 dots in the menu?
I understand what I did wrong. Okay.
Now look at the 3 little dots and then you can click on chat. Okay. Jorge, you got it, all right?
Nope.
You know where you have the mute, video, security, participants, all those options. The last option says more. On the bottom of your screen, maybe it could be. I don't know where. Mine I just move it around because it bothers me. So I put it one way and another way. I know, Jennifer.
It just comes up paragraph, the paragraph thing when I hit the 3 dots. Maybe, wait a minute.
Because you're clicking on the browser, not on the browser. This is on the menu of your Zoom, the program you're using to connect to this. Yes.
But that's on your screen, right? No,
Yeah, it should be in yours too.
I have it, I see it on your screen, not on mine.
All right, let me type it again here so you can see my screen. It's PABAS 59 at Outlook.
So we share this with you, Mr. Vasquez?
Yes, please. So that's the email.
Can you make that a bit bigger?
Hey, this one I can. That's why I put it in the chat so it'd be easier just to copy and paste.
Okay, can you just tell me those letters?
It's PAVAS, PAV.
I have that.
AS.
59?
Yes, 59.
Oh, here it is. It's up now. Okay, I got it.
All right, yeah. Sometimes when you start typing it, it will come up automatically. All right. So let's once you send it in, let's go ahead and close this.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
Close it.
Close it, and then we're done with it.
Yeah.
This was like a. See, I have this one, the draft, and I should have the other one. I think the other one is going to my OneDrive, and then remember the folders and all that. Mine is probably going here to my Microsoft Word.
I just,
Yeah, here it is. 4 minutes ago. All right, so I just checked to make sure that mine is there. And let me you know what? I wanted to show you this that I'm what's ahead on this thing, and just probably I don't know how I can send it to you or just put it in the chat so you guys. Or this is an email that the adult school was asking me to send them, but I need to share with you guys. How do we do that? Send it to you guys. Let me send that email. That's the best way. Let me see, where is it? It's just that roadmap that we have ahead. I was sending it to somebody asked me. Where did I put it? Oh, sent. This is my district email. This right here. So right now, we're working on Microsoft Word Module 3. Extend your knowledge, analyze, correct, improve in the labs. Apply the knowledge to consider this your turn exercise of your choosing. And then the next lesson, once we finish it, we're still not done with this. We're still on it'll be the Microsoft PowerPoint. And
Can't see you.
Excel, we covered Excel the last time at the beginning of the year because that's what the class shows. So we just have PowerPoint and Outlook to complete all the 15 lessons that 17 lessons there actually, or 16 lessons that we do for, but not our lessons here, like one lesson, it could take week or 2 weeks. But this is the I should send you guys a copy of this. Anybody wants a copy of this thing?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Let me
I'll take one.
forward to you guys.
Yes, please.
Forward to my account. Forward to, because it's on my other account. So I'm gonna send it to my Baba's 59 Outlook.
Why am I?
I'm gonna send it to me and then I can forward you guys this. The stuff on red we already cover. See, when you guys started, we did a little bit of covering all this. Microsoft Word and Microsoft Word 2. So we're on Microsoft Module 3 right now. Then from there, we're gonna jump to PowerPoint, 3 modules. And then whatever time left of the year, we're gonna do the Outlook. Outlook is very interesting. I love Outlook because it will, show us how to set up appointments, set up group meetings and things like that. All right. Show you that. Let me stop the share, and I guess we can call it a night early.
Did you get my email this time?
Yeah, I do have all the emails. Let me see if I got my email, and then to forward you this thing that I was.
What I did is I went to my files and then share document to allow you to edit, and then I sent it that way.
All right. Jackie, Sandy, Raimundo, Marina, Veronica, Jorge. Linda, Lucy, Jennifer, Sue, and that's it. So I think it's everybody. I did get everybody's.
You didn't get mine, Mr. Vasquez?
Did you get mine, Mr. Vasquez?
No.
You didn't get mine either.
Just now, Paula. I just got it right now.
Keith?
Let me read again the ones I received. I have Paula, Jackie,
Okay.
Sandy, Raimundo, Marina, Veronica, Jorge, Linda, Lucy, Jennifer, and Sue. So I didn't call your name, that means I didn't get it.
I'll send it again.
It takes a while. Remember that sometimes it takes a while to get here.
Oh, is mine in your trash?
No, I'm checking my junk mail and it's not there.
Okay.
Okay, so I want to send this stuff.
May I ask one quick question, Mr. V?
Yes.
When I go to the far right and I hit header, the header completely comes up.
Mhm.
And everything is there with all of the page and so forth. I saved it
Yes.
to the OneDrive, but when I sent it to you, I don't think it printed with that there.
No, it comes along. Yeah, it's part of the document.
Oh,
It's an it's
Sure.
part of the document.
okay, thank you so much.
All right, let's you know what, I'm offline. I'm gonna send you guys the email. I have everybody's email. The last I have used, I'm gonna use that to send it to you. And
I want to.
You have a good evening.
I'm at Gmail.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good
Good
night.
night. Rest.
all right.
Good night.
Thank you,
Good
Mr.
night. Thank you, maestro.
Thank you, maestro. Thank you,
Gracias,
Ms.
Mr.
Vasquez.
Vázquez. Luego le mando el trabajo porque tuve problemas para trabajar.
No, thank you. Good night, everybody.
Gracias.
Good night.
Bye.
Thank you for all your patience. You're fantastic.
No problem. Thank you, Linda. So we're leaving in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good night.